Yo, what it do? Welcome back to another episode of Company Soul. This is episode two, y'all. I know y'all didn't think it was gonna be an episode two because Lifestyle After Five, we have so many series, but fortunately, our host Aurora has blessed us again with another great episode. So, what's up, Aurora? How you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I am doing well too. To be honest with you, I'm just glad that we linking up again. It's like our online therapy session. You feel me?
Yes, I'm so happy I
Right.
get to take a break from the day to do this podcast.
Nah, that's what's up. Hey, well, if you feel like this a break, this is good. Cause usually when I get on here, it's like more business, but this is like our escape. So we're gonna escape for a moment. So everybody, I know that whoever is watching, y'all are entrepreneurs, and y'all aspire to be entrepreneurs, or maybe you're just looking for a cool community to be a part of that talks about the world and business and everything in between. Um, it's it's gonna be an interesting topic today. Let's just say that. So work changes people quietly, and over time it asks for things no one warns you about because when you're in business, sometimes you either get into it with no experience or it's usually a first time thing. And this conversation that we're gonna have today is about staying with the truth of your vision, your mission, your business, and staying with it long enough for it to surface so that you know what it really is to you. So, as usual, I'll be moderating. The real person, really, y'all can just pretend I'm not here and just listen to her because she's the one with the gems that she'll be dropping. So, me and her just gonna have a conversation. It's gonna be quick. Yeah, we got 2 minutes, so we got 18 minutes in this episode that we finna bang out real quick. So, let's get into it. So, we having this conversation, like I said, because we want to get you guys in a mindset that um, having a vision is something that you can do with multiple people and it can have a meaning to you. It doesn't have to just be based in money, responsibility, but it can be based in uh, one's personal dreams and even your religion or your spirituality or whatever you base around the center core of why you're doing what you're doing. So this is gonna be, chill conversation. Now, how do you feel? Like as far as your business, how you feeling right now with that?
mm, I feel very good. I was reaching out to local vendors 2 days ago. I'm planning a art journaling retreat in October, and this is a 4 day, 4 night, 5 day retreat. So there's a lot of activities, and we want to immerse the clients into the nature of Shelter Cove. So we needed a lot of vendors. So I was talking to like hundreds of people. It was quite busy for me, but there are people I know. Some of them are my friends, my neighbors. So it was very, very fun for me, and I felt warm talking to
Right.
everyone.
It's like catching up for real, for real. Okay. So what's feeling what's feeling like straining to you right now? Because I know we had a conversation earlier over text. Are you cool with sharing that with people first?
Yeah, yeah, of course.
Cool.
So it's a big year for me, 2026, as I have decided to retry and going to medical school. So I'm preparing to take my MCATs again. Last time was 13 years ago. I'm quite older now, and I gave myself 40 days. That's when my exam is. So I'm very tight on time. So committing my sectioned time to my Lost Coast Getaways event company as well as other things, plus studying for an exam is kind of tough.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds like a lot. But I think I'm going through similar things as well in my world. Just being able to balance all the things that you want to do. So that being said, I mean, does that like is it really I mean, it's gonna be worth it, but is it really like easy to balance that right now, or you feel like it's like falling apart?
So I must say there's maybe three layers to this time management.
Mhm,
One level is I grew up in Korea. So, well, amongst other countries like
mhm,
Argentina and Spain, but the main time management training came from Korean educational rigor and pressure from everyone but me.
right, right.
So right now I'm counting 1 minute and every second and trying to gauge like how am I going to spend the next minute? When do I get a break? I have a next meeting. I have this and that. And that reminds me of the time I spent in junior high in Korea. Um, yeah, I was in Seoul. I had always that time I liked to make a circle of a clock,
Mhm,
and then it wasn't even every hour. I divided into like maybe 20 minutes, sometimes up to minutes. And I
mhm,
would like study. I would decide I'm gonna study 20 pages in this minutes. And I even packed lunch to school. I asked my mom to pack lunch when everyone else was going to the cafeteria to eat because I was wanted to study in the
right.
classroom while eating.
No, that's
So
good.
that's one layer. The second layer is as I got older, I got trained. I trained myself in multitasking to an extent. I'm actually able to bring results. Sometimes multitasking could be not so productive. So that's the second layer. And the last layer, I would say I am carefully considering if these projects are worth my time because I'm involved with multiple projects other than my business and studying as well.
Yo, that so I'm glad that we recorded this because this is gonna be something I think actually will help a lot of people because this is the cost that it takes to be your own boss. To not only that, but education. You know, have an education that you want because you know it can't go wrong there. And then just on top of that, just like having time for yourself,
Very
not crazy.
important.
So
Yes,
yeah, that already sounds heavy though. Like, do you make time for yourself?
I definitely do. Today I
Okay,
went on a 20-minute walk in the backyard with the snow, nature.
that's lit.
I didn't before, but as I get uh, more years into myself, I'm realizing that is the most important thing.
Nah, for real. Yeah, because I mean, if you're dead, all of that stuff won't matter, right? Can't
That
study in a casket.
right. That's true. That is true.
Yeah. So, what's your reason? Like, all of this is happening, right? What's your reason?
Mm, medical school becoming, I'm thinking maybe pediatrician is because I thought about it, and it is an unachieved passion of mine that didn't meet the end 13 years ago. I got accepted to medical school, however, I didn't go. So I want to try again. And I think it's one thing that will make me very happy. And for the business, it's such fun working.
Right.
One, for my own business, it feels different than working for someone else. And two, it's event planning. I love the process, speaking with different vendors, my clients, partners, and it's a joyful activity that I'm planning, like for healing and transformation through art journaling, something else.
Nah, that's real. Um, Sometimes I think people forget like that, like the reason why they do stuff. Sometimes they get so far into doing so many things that um, they tend to
Mm.
forget the why, and that's the most important thing. You know, you don't want to get too caught up and too far into that. So I'm glad that you know your why, because If not, we was gonna go down that road. Like, so did you forget, or is this just something you just doing because of other people? But it's not, and that's awesome. I like seeing people follow their dreams, and I really wish the best for you. I hope you succeed in the
Mm.
highest degree, not even just succeed, just making it by, but being one of the top pediatricians in the world. So
Aw, thank
yeah, I
you.
wish you much luck on that. Not even luck. I know you got it. Look, the way you broke down that time management system, I already know you got it. So
Right? When I was like, how old are people in junior high when I was young doing that?
right.
12?
So what's the main thing you protecting right now? I know time, you mentioned time, and you mentioned that working with other projects, making sure that you prioritize what matters to you most. But what's something that's like the number one thing you protecting right now?
I've learned my lesson the hard way. I'm protecting my health and my time. I'm very bad at protecting my time. I've been too generous using up my time for other people and for my even my own, but still time is money. And I kind of ignored it for a while. I'm like, it's not
No.
costing me anything. I'm gonna spend like 5 hours on this. However, it is my time. So I'm
Mm.
learning to value my time more and my health. People, I'm sure people understand if you are in front of the computer, the phone. The next thing you know, you've been on it for like 7 hours without a break.
Whole
Today's
life in
Friday,
music.
and then my shoulders start to hurt.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Facts.
I started this accountability project with my friends, some of my friends, maybe two or
Dope.
three. They are experiencing the same thing. So we check in with each other. Have you taken a break from your electronics?
Right. Nah, that's hard. See, ooh, hey, this is a good episode. This really though, like this is good stuff because people really do like it. Sometimes you can't do it by yourself. I'm sorry, y'all, but it's just yeah, you might be the go getter, you might go get it every day, but you need people around you who care about you and who really want to make sure that you do win. And in order to win, you got to be alive to win. You can't win in the casket, yeah.
Okay, life and death today. Yes.
Yeah, see, the circle of
Very.
life, man. We gotta keep it right.
Mhm.
It's funny that we talking about that because it's like connecting the past to the present. We see how you had these visions, and now we're here witnessing you executing. But we also knowing how you execute, and I think a lot of people will appreciate. This episode might not be the longest episode. We got what? How many more? We got 2 more minutes till this episode is over. So I want Aurora to leave y'all with some jewels. You got anything last things you want to say to people before we move on
Yeah,
today?
yeah. Always go for what you are passionate about. And I suggest that you start now because earlier the you start, even though you're not ready, you get more experience, and most of all, you get to enjoy your time more. I think people, and including me, tend to delay our passion and just focus on paying bills, short-term goals. However, I think life is too short. That's why I just start. I have my violin here in front of me. I've been singing, I've been playing violin. We gotta start now.
Facts. I agree. Only thing I gotta say is protect your hearts, people. The everything that she's doing is coming from here. This is things that she's believing in. So protect your heart because people will try to sway you off the path with their own fears. Don't fall for
Hmm. That's true.
it. Yeah. Well, that's it for episode 2 of Company Soul. We get to the heart of things today and the circle of life. Shout out to Simba and Mufasa. And we'll catch y'all on the next episode.
Yay.
Peace.